to the guest workers in Europe. Because it's not only the black workers from Tswana land or Venda land or Zulu land that come to work in South Africa. The citizens of independent African countries come to South Africa to look for work for the simple reason that their own countries can't employ them. You have more or less 90,000 Malawians working in this country. And if we were to say to Malawi tomorrow, and we've never had anything to do with Malawi whatsoever, it's a country, as you know, situated far away from us. If we were to say to them tomorrow, I'm awfully sorry, I can't accommodate your people any longer, you must take them back, their economy will be very, very seriously hurt. The same applies to Lesotho, an independent country, member of UNO. If we were to say to Lesotho, we are sorry, we can't employ their 105,000 people working in this country at the moment, you can well imagine what will happen to the economy of Lesotho. Well, the same applies to Botswana, and the same applies to Swaziland, and the same applies to any other of the African countries who come to South Africa to look for work.
Well, but Mr. Foster, what you are saying is either a commentary on the paradise of South Africa or on the misery of the countries they flee from.
No, it's not a question of misery either, or a paradise either for this matter. It is simply that as far as the whole of Africa is concerned, it's got a backlog in development. To understand that, again, one must look at their history. But the point is, and I'm not saying it in a derogatory sense at all, but for generations to come, on account of the fact that they multiply by over 3%, as compared with ours of little over 1%. For generations to come, their difficulty will consequently be that they cannot create sufficient avenues of employment. And therefore, for generations to come, and I want to make it very clear that I'm not saying it in a derogatory sense at all, but in a practical, realistic sense, their main export will be labor, because they can't employ their own people. And it so happens that until that time, that they have developed to such an extent that they can employ their own people, they will be forced to look to South Africa and other countries to employ their people whom they cannot employ themselves.
Now, the employment conditions in South Africa have been severely criticized.